Amidst the Syria crisis and just hours after the parliamentary vote's defeat, it was indeed a significant moment for the Prime Minister to welcome Fabian Picardo to 10 Downing Street. Today's meeting is the tip of the iceberg of communications between number 6 and number 10. Ahead of today's meeting, they've prepared a number of briefing papers, for example, one of which is a 32-page document detailing Gibraltar's artificial reef, which contains all of the facts and none of the spin which we've seen in some Spanish newspapers. The 45-minute meeting took place in the relaxed ambience of the White Room, just after a small pool of journalists, including some from Gibraltar, had a chance to hear a few words.
Well, very warm welcome to Downing Street. Great to have you here. We've obviously been talking and dealing a lot between us recently over these important issues, and the important thing to say right out is Britain would always stand up for Gibraltar, would always stand up for the interests of people who live in Gibraltar, and it's something that matters to us very deeply. We need to know that.
Thank you very much. I sincerely appreciate that, and the people of Gibraltar know that they've got a friend in David Cameron and a friend in William Hague. We understand the interest that you've taken, in particular the busy political time.
The Chief Minister says he's encouraged by the Prime Minister's support of Gibraltar and confident of the UK's defence of the ROC's interests in the face of Spanish oppression. Mr Picardo, your thoughts on the meeting and any details that can emerge from it now?
Well, as usual, very positive. David Cameron has been engaged on the issue of Gibraltar since these disputes started earlier this month. He's been engaged whilst he's been on holiday. He clearly understands all of the nuances of the subject and is very much keeping to the line that we would expect from the Conservative Party and from David Cameron in particular, that he will support the people of Gibraltar staunchly, in particular at this difficult time. It's good to know and good to see that we don't just have fair weather friends in the Conservative Party and in this government. We have friends for the good and for the bad times.
Have you been given any specific action plans on what the UK intends to do to put pressure on Spain?
There's a lot of detail in respect of the discussions that we had of how we're going to deal with this issue. Of course, the position of the government of Gibraltar and the position of the government of the United Kingdom is in lockstep. We are looking to try and avoid an escalation of issues. We don't see that yet from the Spanish side, but we are very clear in wanting to avoid further confrontation and wanting to get back to good neighbourly relations.
No questions were taken by the Prime Minister, but the image of the Chief Minister sitting next to David Cameron at 10 Downing Street is clearly aimed to send a strong signal to Madrid. It's not what they said, it's how they said it. Jonathan Sacramento, GBC News, London.